In this video, we're going to look at USC versus Arizona State. The game is a lot more competitive than most people would have thought. USC, with their first true road game, really struggled a little bit, and Arizona State obviously had some energy and momentum where they were able to play pretty solid on both sides of the ball. Before we get started, if you could like and subscribe. If you're trying to get any merchandise, look down in the description. Try to get some tank tops, sweatshirts, t-shirts, whatever you want to get. Take a look at offthelipdesigns.com. There's a link in the description, or you just scroll down, you'll probably see some merchandise there at the bottom. Anyway, we'll jump right in. This very first play, you're in an empty set because you have a fullback here, you don't have him in the backfield, and all you're running is 4 verticals. This is on a 3rd and 20 early in the game on the first drive, so again, verticals on that side. What Arizona State ends up doing is you see this guy rolling to the middle of the field. They're playing cover 3, 4-man rush, get a chip. He's the check down right there. So as you see this, where would be the gigantic hole in the defense? Right here. The way they're going to exploit that is go vertical, outside release that, and as long as he doesn't just drop and chase, there should be a window right there. You got to throw that thing on a line before that safety gets there. As you see, outside release, he's flat-footed, gets in that window, and as you see, that is a huge window for any quarterback to throw. Caleb Williams obviously puts it on his body on 3rd and 20, and right here they convert with just those seams. You see how far off that safety was playing with that cover 3. Everybody's giving ground. No space here on this seam. Pretty good job here by this linebacker playing that he's dropping underneath. There would be your check down. If you feel like these backers were dropping under those seams, check that thing down, see if your guy can get a first down for you. But anyway, saw those seams. Great recognition of the one high look here by Caleb Williams. Pretty easy to see here pre-snap. This guy's starting to roll and move like that. Hey, it's going to be a one high look. Let's work those seams. Let's hang on a little bit. The roll went this direction, so there's a lot of times more space away from the roll, which is what he takes advantage of right here. Great throw. A lot of steam on that ball. Slows him down so he doesn't lead him into that safety or that corner. Huge play right there. Big first down early in the game. We're here on 2nd and 1. Obviously, USC decides, hey, let's go ahead and pick up the first down. They end up running GT that direction 2x2. This is a really good look to run it. So you can get a double team right here to the backside. First down on the backside. Pull to kick the defensive end. Pull to lead on the front side. You got this receiver getting up on the safety here. This receiver going right there. So as you see it snapped, this end is really wide. But then he squeezes that thing trying to wrong shoulder that. It's not really a log, not really a kick. It's just square. And then this tackle wraps around for that front side. There's the kick. Getting vertical right there. With a really good football player on 2nd and 1. Runs through an arm tackle right there. So just having just a piece of that guy by 52 allows him to get loose. Again, GT. Beautiful play right there in 10 personnel. It's almost the only way you can run power football out of 10 personnel. So you get a kick. You get a lead right there so you can spread the field and have the same concepts and make them fit the same way they'd have to at maybe a heavier set out of 20 or something. That's why I really like the GT, and I think that's probably the reason why Lincoln Riley likes it as well. Just like the last play of GT, this end plays it very similar to the last guy. So you got a guard pulling, and all he does is go straight down the middle of that guard, and this does a pretty effective job. Hopefully you can knock off both pullers is what they're trying to do. Sometimes you're wrong short of that and try to get vertical to knock him off. They go straight into it and try to create penetration. Knock that off, but now it just takes both pullers on that defensive end. Here's a free linebacker, and then it comes down to genetics. So right here, quarterback obviously has to read backside in. He sits. All this gets kind of jumbled, and 0 comes to balance. So right here, the linebacker and the running back both come to balance, and then it turns into a race. Number 0 is going to win that every single time. Comes to balance. Now he's racing to the outside. You'd probably rather have this receiver outside shoulder, just a little bit more square than that, because right there he's reaching around. It could be a hold. But right there, if everybody comes to balance, that running back's going to win that every single time, just like he does here. He outruns everybody, creates a big play, even though that this DN did a really good job playing this with these pullers. He goes straight into this kick block, stones it a yard deep, and even gets off and knocks off this other puller, but then it just turns into a race to the sideline. Arizona State wasn't able to win that with their linebacker. Here's a good look of mesh, and you get a couple rubs here. You got your back here. He actually runs into that guy. I'm assuming he's going to the out. This guy right here is going to the sit. You're going to mesh there, mesh here. You're releasing the back. So you're probably looking 1 to the back, 2, 3. As you're seeing man-to-man right here, he's got to run through 2 picks. So right here, getting a rub here by 0. There's a rub. Now he's rolling there. He's underneath of this one. Should probably be going at that guy that sees him chasing to create a little bit more of a rub. But right here, Caleb Williams, if you're looking at his eyes, starts here to 1. They'd move 1 to the backfield. Really dynamic player. He gets out. He sees him getting width. So he gets off of. Let's find 2. Coming across. Throws that thing not on balance. But again, just the strength, especially going to your right as a right-handed quarterback. If that guy running away, This is a really good job of putting it out in front. So right here, steps up without any shoulder turn. He just flips that thing with his wrist and his core, puts it right on 2, gets vertical there, gets a first down on 3rd and 4 in the red zone goal line against man-to-man. Here's a play right here that they've ran a lot this year. You're getting a swing here, and these guys are just blocking for a screen. You're getting a jerk route that goes in, and we actually get to the next step of this with the basic right there behind it. And right here, as you're looking with that swing, this linebacker gets out, so you feel good about this space back to the middle field. This linebacker also slides, so this almost shows me that this guy's really not a read as far as the option, because if it was an option route, I'm just going to sit there or I'm going to work out away from all that. But he works across, could still work that space. Caleb Williams is a little bit patient and let him get to that spot, but instead you see this up top. You just got to roll basic right there into that window. So he doesn't like this window because somebody's chasing. Now you've got the next window with a basic from the outside receiver. Really good strong throw. This is one of those things. This is his 3rd read, so a really good job deciphering what's going on. Strong throw, puts it right on his body in front of that safety, inside of that corner. So right there, that's a tight window. Deep downfield, we're pressing this thing 10, 12 yards deep. Puts it right on his chest. That's a really good throw. Really high-level throw there for Caleb Williams. Along with a read that got him all the way to number 3. Here's a look right here. Anytime you're seeing this combo coverage, a lot of times what you're trying to do is run 2 people in or 2 people out because they can't guard both of them. Because one's going to take the first in, one's going to take the first out. And right here, as you see, you got one in, then you've got a post. So right here you got 2 guys running in. You're naturally going to get the leverage that you want. So right here, as the ball is snapped, 1, 2, 3, he's running a slant. This guy jumps it, and all 2 did was run a straight post. Straight big boy post, and right here, this outside leverage, he's already beat without any safety help. So 1, 2, 3, you got the slant. You're taking that guy that's going to take anything with the first in cut. Then we got that deep post with way outside leverage. You see this dude's probably 2 or 3 yards wide. 2 just runs with speed. He never even sticks. He just rolls right there, no safety help. Throw that thing up. Caleb Williams sees it. Not a perfect ball, but right there 2 does a great job of extending, going up with his hands, making a play. And 4, a lot like some of these other DBs we saw. We saw one from A&M. Looks like they've been out all summer working their slip and slide drill. That dude slip and slides 5 yards, but he hops up like nothing happened. So right there, you can see all summer he'd probably be on the slipping side. Hit that slide as fast as you can, hop up, get back in line. You don't want that line to get too long. Have to wait 5 or 6 minutes before you get back on the slide. So right there, hop up, sprint your butt back to the line, and let's go again. Here's a look from SC going 3 verticals, added 10 personnel over here to the right. They run him in. There's your 1 vertical. He slides in, then he goes vertical there, and you got a vertical read. We can turn that into a curl or a sit. Right there, he's getting out. Guard's pulling right here, trying to get this linebacker to step down. So if this guy spot drops, boom, he comes in and he goes vertical, trying to hit that first. So right here, ball snapped. Again, quarterback sliding here with the back. 4, that's a lot of width right there on his alignment. I would almost say that width probably isn't positive for this play because that guy definitely eyeballs that dude with how much width he has. Whenever he runs in, then he goes vertical. I probably see that guy right here in vertical when that backer steps up, because right here you see this backer is pretty quick to step up, but we're a little bit wide to hit it in that window. Now he goes vertical. So there's your 3 verticals. There's 1, there's 2 down the middle, there's 3, and you see this guy sits on it. So if this linebacker sits on it, now we know we're one-on-one right here with our vertical. So right there, he sees him working in. Caleb Williams steps up, finds his number 2, drills it to him on a sit. He's working back to the quarterback, puts it right on his body. Good throw and catch right there. You see with those 3 verticals, all you're looking for those one-on-ones. And right here, when he chases there against this one high look, now you got a curl one-on-one with that corner, and he ends up winning right there for an easy completion right here on a 1st and 10 off of a bit of a play action. Easy throw and catch out of 10 personnel. Right here on the goal line, you're getting power read, but instead of a quarterback run being the second option, you're just having this tight end work across. He's the option right there. So if you're power reading right here, he's going to get this mesh. He's working across. He gets upfield. So Caleb just shovels that thing down, underhands it right there to that tight end, lets him see if he can get in there with that guard leading. So a couple of big bodies leading right there, see if you can get in. Not able to get there. Got down to about the 1 yard line on that. Really interesting look. And right here, if you're just looking at the blocking of it, Arizona State obviously fills all these gaps. Down block, down block. You're blocking back. He's hinging. He's working inside as well. He's pulling for the front side linebacker. There's your read, the extra guy there off the edge. He slides with him. He gets straight up field. Pitched underneath. He even underhands it. See if we can get in. Really well executed play. Interesting look there for USC. Here's a look from SC of these condensed sets. There's obviously got to be some stuff that Kingsbury's brought to him. All you're doing is running smashes here. This receiver even gets a piece of this wide DM before he goes to the flats. He goes corner. This back even releases to sit right here. Arizona State just playing cover 3 for whatever reason. Backing up. The flats are obviously a weak spot. All he does is roll to the out here. You got a corner over the top, keeping this corner. And with this back, free release and getting out, this outside linebacker sees it, and he holds right there. So with a deep corner, this guy holding right there, flats and cover 3 are a huge issue. So right there, easy throw and catch, tons of space there, saying his knees down. But you see, when this ball is caught, there is probably 8 yards cushion, 10-plus yards of cushion right there from the corner. Tons of space right there against cover 3, just to take your completions that are easy. Here's the same stick look from early in the game. You're getting this swing. See that backer work out. Now we're going to work this jerk route over to the side. You're getting a blitz from the back side of this play. Again, watching Zechariah Branch run this route. See, he puts his foot in the ground. He's working back out. 1, 2, 3, sticks it. Now he's coming back in. That got that DB's, that safety that was over the top of him. Got his momentum going wide. And then he bursts to the middle, creating a ton of space. Quarterback gets it out. Good job keeping him running. This is not just a humongous window. Coverage right there by that guy. He's giving a lot of effort. But right there, good throw and catch. Now you got Zechariah Branch out in space. That's obviously going to be an issue for any defense. Right there, Zechariah Branch catching it. You can see this dig that we saw earlier in the game. Got man-to-man. He's outside release this. He swipes by at 10 to 12. He's working that dig window for if they need to get down to him, if this jerk route wouldn't have been open. But they're able to get it to him. Now he's leading right here, Zechariah Branch in space. If USC can do that 4 or 5 times a game, it's going to be huge. Creating explosive plays right there. With one of the better players in the nation, more explosive guys. Not quite able to get into the end zone, but right there, really explosive play there for USC. Here's a look here. Critical moment, third quarter. SC's up by 6, so it's still a game right here. You got a slant. You got a swing right here by the back. You got a 6-man pro because his fullback stays in. You got some sort of a vertical switch down here on the bottom. Quarterback sees, hey, one high look, probably a cover 1 type deal. Running back, as soon as the ball snapped, free release getting wide. How quickly that's getting out. You got a win here on the slant versus one-on-one, and he wins. He's got inside leverage. Kevin's got to throw it through that window. Obviously, you have this guy sprinting out, trying to keep outside leverage here. And you got this backer that's kind of hanging in the box. Tons of space here. He's got to put it on his body. Good ball right there, just about exactly where you want it. Put that thing on his body to help him protect himself. He catches it, gets forward on a 2nd and 5. Spins around, stays up. Explosive play there, just on a slant swing right there out of the backfield. So really good beater for a one high look. Got to win on that slant versus man-to-man, which is what they do right there. Maybe even a little bit late on this ball, but this ball is really accurate. Puts it right on his chest. Good throw and catch. As you're watching this game, you knew that this was still a dogfight right here. Fourth quarter, Arizona State just got in the ball. SC's only up 6. This is a 3rd and 21. So this is more than likely going to be a punt. USC walks down. They show a 6-man blitz. These guys playing off. And they end up dropping out. These guys are trying to communicate. They look confused, whatever. Drop out. Take care of that. Right here, this defensive end does an amazing job. Speed rush. Tackles a little bit late to get off the ball. Rips through. Right there, you see he's got hands on. He's trying to hold whatever. Rips through. Fighting to that back shoulder. Right there, once he sees that ball, swipes it. This is the biggest play in the game right here. Gets that ball out. Ball's on the ground. SC's flying to the ball. They recover right there with their D-line. So this is one of those plays that kind of put this game away because Arizona State, even if they punt it right here, has had quite a bit of momentum. They've kind of slowed USC down, done a good job defensively, and they've actually had a lot of explosive plays offensively as well to stay in the game. But right here, as soon as this happened, you knew, hey, if USC can score right here, it's going to put this game almost out of reach. And then they scored 2 more times to put the game away. But really great play, great effort here by this defensive end. 51, gets around. I'm swiping that back arm. Even if he wouldn't have been throwing right there, he's swiping that back arm, trying to get that ball out as he's sacking him. So right there, great play, great effort play. Able to recover, that's the big thing. Keep it from flipping the field by another 40 yards. They get the ball right there on the 44. Go down and score, put this game away. Have this play on here. This is the next play, and you see how this is aligned. You got a 1-tech or an A-gap player. You got a B-gap player here, C-gap. You end up blitzing off that edge here as well. So SC's running tackle power to the right. They've got their back over here to the right, and their fullback, and right here he's going to slide 2, go downhill. They're not able to read this backside, but they're going to take care of that guy. That guy right there, they're going to double their back. They're going to kick with that fullback. They're going to skip pull right there to the front side. So huge gap right there. You got that one tech, and you can get him all the way into the D gap because of his alignment. So right there, kick, that is a huge gash, and you got a guy pulling into it as well. So right there, downhill, this blitzer off the edge is too wide. He's never going to be able to get there. Downhill, get him behind that puller. There's your kick by 79. Linebacker really doesn't want to see that big of a gap that he has to fill, especially with a big body rolling in there right there. He fits up on him pretty well. Then 0, making a cut, getting in space. There's the double team had gotten up. After that A-gap player tackle walked up to that linebacker, he has to go over the top to try to make anything happen. And 0, playing fast. Right here, stiff neck tomorrow right there for 7. But right there, really good play. Good job taking advantage of the alignment there to the back. So right here, I'm not sure if it's because the fullback's over here, if it's because the running back's here, but I think they're probably playing these one techs thinking that it's going to be inside zone that direction. It's hard to get double teams right there with that, so you're going to get a single. You get maybe a double there and a base there, and you have an extra defender right here for inside zone. But instead of running inside zone, they run gap over here to the right, running that power, tackle power, and are able to gash them right there with that one tech backside. Great call there by USC, great adjustment.